he also said I didn't have a father. And he said why did you kill him? And it's like and it's still not clear. It's kind of just like he didn't hate his father, but he's just like his father. Just didn't have the connection to the Force and didn't understand his true potential. But of course, his true potential ended up becoming what he is now. After he's now thought at least he's not been made to think, and then he convinces Ray to keep meeting for her parents because basically he's trying to turn her to his side, and she goes back down in the lake, and then you see tons of her appear, and it's just kind of like this kind of weird Matrix moment, and then
I kind of wonder exactly what the heck happened down there. I'm still wondering what that place really is.
Because it was offering to show her her parents, and of course she goes to the temple, and you also you see the old Jedi scrolls and books. You hear the voices, and it sounds like it's Obi-Wan and Anakin, maybe once again. So I think that might be their little cameos in there. But we actually get to see Yoda for a very long significant scene. But we get kind of cameos in there, and we get referenced in there, and then Luke talks about how he began the Jedi religion. We have we have gotten to that, and it was because that he's saying he blames the Jedi. I think really he just blames himself, and he talks about how they allowed Darth Sidious to rise up to power and then wipe them out, and then it was a Jedi, and he talked about Obi-Wan obviously, but they trained and caused the rise of Darth Vader. Because he wasn't strong enough to save Anakin from the dark side, but then Ray says of course reminds him, and it was a Jedi who also saved him. You saw the conflict in him, and back. A man that people thought was long gone, the most hated man in the galaxy, and he says yes, and I became a legend. But and even though he did that, talks about there was peace for a while, but and then Ben came along, and he's kind of like I couldn't save Ben the way I did him though. It's like I didn't have the right connection with him that I had with Anakin. I didn't have the right balance. But he didn't sound the same exactly though. But that's kind of why he's implying. So I'm glad that they did it messed up. I'm glad they acknowledged that. Yes, we can't forget that the Vader did turn back and became Anakin again. So that still makes you wonder.
So obsessed with that.
That kind of just felt like Kylo. So obsessed. I mean, it's just that's something it still got your head in a little bit. So Ray's talking with Kylo some more. You see the first connection. They touch hands. Ray thinks that she sees the future in him, the true potential in him, and what he'll do, and Kylo kind of seems the opposite. That she'll be standing with him, and then he sees her parents too, and then and I forgot to mention, and Kylo tells Ray what actually happened exactly that night was that Luke has sensed the power in him and coming there to finish him off, and then Ray goes to look about it and says, "Is it true? The Jew tried to murder him. The Jew created Kylo Ren." And then he explains what actually happened was, yes, he sensed extreme darkness in him, went in there, and then just kind of felt the force around him, and then felt even more darkness, and beyond that, felt the deep anger and fury, and saw what would potentially end up happening, and in kind of an impulse moment, he thought, I'm getting this now. I'm gonna take his life, and then he was like, no, I can't do that. This is my nephew, and I can maybe still still save him, and he feels a little light in him though. But then at the time Ben wakes up with fine eyes, sees Luke holding the lightsaber in his hand, and then picks up his lightsaber, turns it on them, and then that's how everything happens. And Ray says your mistake was thinking Schwartz was made. It wasn't. And you know what? I don't think there's no conflict in my felt it, and he could be the one thing that could save us. So I'm gonna go after him. Luke says this will not end the way you think, like he does in the trailer. And then that's when we get to Luke talking with Yoda, and Yoda, of course, reminds him that never forget yes, masters are important, but our truly great teacher, the truly great teacher of the Jedi is failure. We learn from our mistakes. You made a mistake, Luke. You lost Ben Solo, but not lose Ray too. We must. It says that in the Yoda fashion, and Ray goes off like another factor with Han and Chewie. Then escapes, gets out with escape pod. They fly off, and then she meets up with Kylo. Kylo finds her pod and decides he's going to deliver her to Spoon Leader Snoke. And then they go in there. Spoon Leader Snoke says he was the one that was using the Force to allow them to interact, and that he was trying to like calm her, kind of just like just hold back the conflict with them that they still feeling. Then he says, "Good work, my friend is." Maybe I was right after all. Maybe you will be a great apprentice, the descendant of Darth Vader, and I sense there's no more conflict within you now. So maybe when he says that, maybe I think he may be implying that yeah, there was conflict with Vader, but no, not with you. But then we see him struggling a little bit as he is trying to basically reach out with the Force to figure out where Luke is. He says that we'll destroy down, and then Ray tries to fight back, and he's like, no, you must be destroyed. You're too powerful. Turns her around and says, prove your loyalty to me and flee for my prayers. Remember, I can see your mind. Like it's what you're gonna do. I will not be betrayed. And the Kylo gets this kind of rich, and he's like he just form it. He's like, I see you with your lightsaber. I see you, and now you will kill your enemy. And then you see Ray lightsaber wiggling, and then in a moment, yeah, he kills Snoke. Kylo kills Snoke with Ray's lightsaber, and then him and Ray start fighting off a bunch of the other Nicer in there.
He just gets sliced off, so like
it's epic and it's awesome. But we'll never know, of course. Well, who next? Well, maybe we will, but we didn't know about Palpatine with the trilogy either. I mean, there's a, there's still that mystery there, and that's fine. That's fine. And then we think exactly where we know it's gonna go, and then they just turn everything right over our heads. This film basically does stuff, or basically think they're gonna do stuff that they've done before. They kind of start to, and then they turn right around. Ray says command them to stop fleeing, and then he says no, you still don't get to you. It's time for old things to end. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith, the Jedi. Who needs it? That you and I can work together. And I know who your parents were.
Kylo in full nihilism mode.
You want me to tell you who they were? Do you already know? The right guy said they were nobody. They just says they were garbage. It's the truth like nothing. You have enough advice in the story, but you are something to me. Roll with me, join me together. We can create a new order. So you thought he was turn back to the light side. It was going to help Ray, and then no, like no, I show Slug. I'm taking his orders anymore. Now I'm the supreme leader. I'm the
I was going to turn back to the light, but it was me, Kyle.
It was like it was.
Get that. I'm just making jokes.
It was like nope. I mean that's not saying he doesn't still have conflict, but no, he's like no. I still want to roll, but we want to roll a new order. He needs all this other crap. That's kind of the way he is. You thought he was gonna be like Vader and turn completely back and nope. And instead wants Ray. He instead wants Ray to work with him. Now, that's not saying he could have still turned much outside episode 9. We'll see. But and it's just like it only gets better from there. It's like so. We see Ray trying to take out Sarah back from Kylo. And then we see the big split and then the ship split in two. And then Kylo runs off. Or it's gonna be he gets blown out, and then Ray gets back at the Mouth After with Chewie and R2.
About that same time, the transports are taking the rebellion to the base, and the cruiser actually faces back toward where the First Order's fleets are led by Hux, and a final attempt to get out. Holdo actually ends up just find a way to destroy by collision, isn't it? By basically ends up sacrificing the rest of the cruiser to destroy the fleet, and
okay, well,
they do end up escaping.
Then Hux meets back up with Kylo, and he's like, "What happened?" And Kylo lies and says, "Ray killed him," and then Kylo demands him get the fleet together, and General Hux refuses. He's taking orders from him. He's like, "No, we can't do this. Not with our supreme leader. Our supreme leader, the leader is dead. I only serve him." And then Kylo does something just super awesome, and it's very much, but it's something very well done, very very moment. He does do it. Wasn't like a two though, but this is just so rapid. He force chokes Hux and says, "The supreme leader is dead," and then he says kind of what happened to our time. He's like, "Long live the supreme leader," and then it's like, "No, sorry, man, you're taking my orders now. I'm the supreme leader now." It's kind of like that. That's basically how I was like. In fact, Hux even ends up calling him supreme leader later in the film because Kylo's pretty much forced him in position. So Kylo is the boss now. He's leading the fleet off.
Captain now.
And then I feel like this video is gonna be way too long. So yeah, I think this actually.
We haven't even mentioned Finn and Rose's plot though. We haven't mentioned their story.
No, you're right. We haven't even mentioned their story. But okay. So stay tuned for part two. We're gonna have to do this in two parts, of course.
Yeah.
And as always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and good night, everybody.